Hello and welcome. I'm Mike Volkin, your instructor for the Negotiation Mastery course. You're going to learn a lot in this course. You're going to like it. I am a serial entrepreneur and a fractional CMO. So, as a marketing consultant, I have worked with over 400 companies. And in doing so, I've had to transition 400 plus prospects into clients. And the way you do that is through negotiation. And so, why am I teaching this course? Well, number one, I realize how important negotiation is. It covers so much more than just business aspects. Okay. And since I've been using these tactics, I'm about to teach you, my business has skyrocketed. And I'm not just referring to revenue. Negotiation is so much more than talking about monetary things. Okay. All aspects of your life will get better. If you're married, you will actually argue less with your spouse. You will get more of what you want. Not that negotiation is all about he said, she said, or one side versus the other, but it's about finding a common ground and one that is tilted towards what you prefer. Given the strategies that I outlined here, you will learn how to tilt every conversation in your favor. So, over the experience of me working with 400 clients and closing 400 plus prospects into clients, there are three main staples that I have gotten my strategies from over the years. Getting to yes. That was a staple for many years until Never Split the Difference, the book here on the right. Never Split the Difference was written by a international uh, FBI negotiator. And now that is the staple book that everybody goes to. And a lot of the strategies I talk about here are born from that book. And then also Negotiation Genius, which is a great book as well. So these three books combined with the strategies and tactics that I have learned from business perspective and a non-business perspective, but most of this course is centered around a business perspective, has formed this course. So these three books with my experience has formed this course. So how do you make the most of this course? So this is more than just a course where I'm going to throw a bunch of information at you and you're going to try to absorb as much as you can. Typically, studies have shown that when you watch a course, only 10% gets absorbed, 90% gets thrown away. I want to make sure that doesn't happen. The first thing I want you to do is understand how often you use negotiation. It's amazing. You use it every day, multiple times a day, but very few people actually study how to get better at it. So how often do you see people ignoring such a major aspect of your life? I mean, look at a weight loss, for example. Everybody at some point in their life, no matter if you're skinny or overweight, tries to diet or tries to eat better because you eat every single day, multiple times a day. But many people negotiate every single day, multiple times a day, but very few times do you hear somebody actually employing negotiation strategies. So I want you to understand how often you use it. So my goal for you at the end of this introduction is for you to just take the next couple days, whether you continue on with this course or not, and just think about every time you're in a negotiation. This isn't just a bargaining like, oh, I want it at this price. No, let's try it at this price. You know, it's not just about bargaining. It's about everything you do where you're trying to position yourself to get something better than what is being offered. So you can employ the learned strategies one at a time. So what we're going to talk about here are a dozen strategies. In fact, the next course is about 6 specific strategies. And I don't want you to just take all 6 of those strategies and try to employ them all at once. It's like trying to walk on a tennis court for the first time and trying to beat a pro. It's just not going to happen because you have to develop the forehand first and the backhand and get a better serve. And so you do one thing at a time, a little bit better each time, and sooner or later, you're a master. So remember, emotions will crush your chances. If you learn nothing about negotiation, about this course, take this away. The more emotion you have in a negotiation, the less your chances are that you are going to get what you want. So in everything you do, you need to regulate your emotions if you want to have any hopes of coming out on top. Okay. So here is a quick little fun clip I wanted to play with you for you.
All right, then let's negotiate. We want everything.
We'll give you nothing.
We want something.
Deal.
Okay, so the reason why I showed that, let me get to the next section here. Whoop, there we go. The reason why I showed that video is because negotiation isn't all about, and by the way, that was a Family Guy, just to reference it. Negotiation isn't all about meeting in the middle. And that's why one of the books I just showed you, the staple, Never Split the Difference, that written by the FBI negotiator, Chris Voss, it isn't just about saying, okay, well, I know I want to settle at $50. So let me start off offering 25. The other person's going to offer 75 and we're going to meet in the middle. That's not what negotiation's about. That's the reason why he called his book Never Split the Difference. So um, understand that the strategies I'm about to teach you aren't about meeting in the middle. It's so much more than that. If you are going up against someone, and I don't want to say against as in one side versus the other, but if you are in a conversation with someone where you're about to start a negotiation, don't assume that just because you're experienced with negotiation and they're not, that you're going to meet in the middle somewhere. Okay. You're going to get what you want if you employ these strategies I'm about to show you. So, where does this course fit into my professional life? So, when you're negotiating a contract, and this is the same with you, when you're negotiating a contract with a prospect or extending one. So, if you're a consultant, if you're a freelancer, if you're a CPA, if you're a travel agent, if you're a public adjuster, an insurance adjuster, whatever the case, when you're negotiating a contract with a prospect, and when I say a prospect means they're not a client yet, they haven't paid you any money, or they are a client and they want to become and extend an existing contract, that's when negotiations most likely will fit within these strategies that I show you in this course. Now, when you have an existing relationship and you're negotiating terms on just about anything, that can also work as well. So just understand in everything that you do, your emotions will play a part. And the more you can control that, the more you will be in control of the conversation. And this course is most geared towards, although not exclusively, most geared towards converting a prospect into a client and then extending a client to a longer paying client or a higher paying client. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm really excited to show you these strategies. This is really going to be a life-changing course for you. And I encourage you to watch this course multiple times because it's going to take a progression of you getting better and better with each tactic. Okay, let's get going.